Hey friends, it's Angira Marie, and I'm finally back from India. What a long journey. It took me almost 2 days to get back. I flew standby, so I had some complications. I had to fly out of Varuda Airport, and from there to Mumbai. From Mumbai, I ended up in London, and from London back to the US. I really want to kiss the American soil. I'm so happy to live in America where we have so many opportunities and privileges. In India, they don't have all of that. And it was a good trip, but there were also some things like the poverty there is really, really bad. And it's really sad to see people so poor living outside and, they're begging for money and they're dirty. And that was really tough. But overall, I had a really great trip. I spent some time in Gujarat, and that's where my friend's hometown is. So I was in the village of Anand, and the people were really nice. I really don't understand Gujarati or speak Gujarati, so there was some complications with language barrier there. But overall, people were they really had hospitality. One thing that I found very interesting, I was invited to eat at a lot of people's houses. And when you're a guest at someone's home for dinner, they serve the guests and they wait until the guest has finished eating and then they serve themselves. So I thought that was interesting, and they kept trying to feed me more and more and more. And I'm like, hey, I'm a big girl, but I don't eat that much. So hold off because I'm full. But I enjoyed a lot of the foods, and I enjoyed the culture, like the music and the clothing. You can see this scarf that I'm wearing. This is one of the scarves that I got. It's like a chiffon material, very colorful as you can see, and lightweight. But we went to a lot of temples, and when you go to the temple, women are expected to cover their head inside, so I kind of had to do one of these rolls and cover my head, so that was a little interesting. What else? I met a Buddhist priest while I was out with one of my friends, and he gave me a sari, and that was really nice. But everywhere I went, they welcomed me into their homes. When I was out in the streets, it was a little strange because people are not used to seeing Black Americans walking around in India. If they see anyone of darker skin, there are dark-skinned Indians, but it's apparent that they're of Indian descent. But if they see anything, they see more white Americans, English people, or Australians, and they're kind of used to that. But to see someone like me, and I speak English, and I'm dark-skinned, they were like really astonished. They were interested in my hair, and they would just sit around and watch me sometimes. So that was kind of creepy sometimes, but it's understandable. If you see something different or someone different, it makes you curious. And if I understood the language, it would have been a little more comfortable because I would know what they were saying. But people were very welcoming and very accommodating in India, and I really enjoyed the trip. The food, I have to talk about the food. I loved the food in India. I was a little nervous when I left. I was thinking, I don't know if I'll be able to handle the spices and everything. They use a lot of spice, a lot of like natural seasonings, and mostly everything I ate had so much flavor. So that was one thing I loved. My favorite dish was kaju curry, and it's just like how some people make, island people make curry chicken. It was like that, but with cashews instead, and it's such a strong, very unique flavor. I tried so many different things. Anything that my friends were eating, I just tried it. It was funny because I was there with two friends that traveled from the U.S., but we traveled in groups, so I normally was with 4 or 5 Gujarati Indians, so anything that they would try and eat, they would tell me, well, you try it and check it out. So it was very good, and I think India is a good place to visit. Some of the bigger cities like Bombay and New Delhi have a lot more tourists. And I think where I was very different because it was a small village and they're not used to seeing outsiders at all. It was really cool because the fresh fruit, just, there you can eat fruit, and most of the people were vegetarian, so it was a different diet for me also, but I really did enjoy that. So I just wanted to give you a little update, a little summary of my trip. I wrote a little quick 10 tips for India if you're traveling abroad. It could work for most places where they have different customs than U.S., like India or anywhere in the Middle East or Africa, those kind of places. But check that out on my blog, and I'll be posting some other videos just in between the times. But I had a great trip, so I just wanted to let you all know that. And always keep your mind open. The more you know, the more that you can travel. It's really a great experience, and it really enriches your life. And that's just what I feel about the India trip. So I will talk to you later. I'm really tired. I'm going to try to catch some Z's real quick before I got to get back to work. So till later, toodles. Oh, one more thing I forgot to tell you. I got henna. Let me show you. On my arm here, you can see the design. We had a henna artist come in and do this for me. Very intricate detail. Henna is just made from a leaf of a plant there in India. So they have someone that's very artistic, like a tattoo artist, to draw the henna paste onto your arm in different designs. And you can see it here. I got it on both hands and arms. I thought it was pretty interesting and very artistic. I almost forgot to share that with you. So, yeah, there's my henna. Got my scarf. You see my bangles I got at one of the temples in Mount Abu. And just doing the India thing. So, again, till later, check out my blog for my tips. And check out my YouTube for more videos. Toodles!